So today I want to show you how you're going to practice with our acrylic paint for our sculptures that we've been working on. We've been working on our plaster sculptures, our figures, and we are ready for paint. So hopefully we've made our armature out of the wire. We built the muscle up with the newspaper, and the skin or the top layer was the plaster. We sealed that plaster in using gesso, and now we're ready for some color. So today I'm going to be using acrylic paint. Our acrylic paint that we have is probably already in cups in the art room. I'm doing this demo from my house, so I'm in my little virtual teaching space in my basement. You're going to need a piece of drawing paper. You're going to need a scrap of magazine, a little scrap of paper, and you're going to need a cup of water from our sink and a brush of your choosing. This is just a practice. This is just kind of like a sample of our color, so you can use whatever you want. I'm just using a brush that I have here. This is like the only brush I have down here, actually. So this is what I'm going to use. You're also going to need a ruler today to draw some straight lines. I'm going to be doing this in Sharpie. You can draw in pencil first if that's easiest for you. But I think I am feeling adventurous, and I am going to draw in Sharpie to begin. All right. So I'm not actually going to measure this. I could measure it if I want. What we're going to do is a sampling of, I'm going to sample, I know I want to sample black with a top coat of metallic, and I want to make a green, I think. So I'm going to need my blue and yellow. So I know I want to sample some different colors. So I want to first figure out, I'm going to do 3 colors. I'm going to sample 3. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start by making a really large rectangle on my paper. That's about 9 inches, to be exact. And since I have 3 metallic colors, I'm going to be making rows and columns. Hopefully that will make sense. I'm going to start by, yeah, this will work. This is about 6 inches. And another 9-inch side, because again, we're making a really big rectangle. I am going to mark where my 2-inch and my 4-inch line is. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 2 inches and 4 inches. Let me show you. All right, so we have, I'm going to use a pencil to show you this. If I can find a pencil, my dude. Found one. Yes. Okay, so this is about 9 inches, and this is 6 inches. 9 and 6. I'm going to draw my lines going vertical like this. I'm sorry, not vertical. That would be horizontal. You could do this in pencil, like I said. I'm just jumping in with Sharpie. This is just a sample. This is not like a final project that we're doing. This is just going to sample colors. So this way, I am going to do 3 and 6. 3 and 6. Okay, so this is going to end up being like a 3x3 grid. Not perfect. That's all right. We're all perfect enough. My little sample sheet does not have to be perfect. All right, so I made a 3x3 grid. This side here is going to be metallics, and then this side is going to be my colors. So I am going to first sample my colors at the top here of each one. So I'm going to use my little palette. Move this out of the way for a second. Here's my palette. And I'm going to start with black. Black is a color I want to sample. I like black. I wear a lot of dark colors, black and gray. I want to see what this, I don't need a lot. Like, honestly, that is super, super tiny amount because we're just using this as an example or a sampling. We don't need a lot. So I'm just going to sample the colors so I can see what they look like. I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to fill in straight down in this square. Ooh, that looks nice on camera. Looks nice. And the word I'm thinking is opaque. Opaque in art means not see-through. If it was see-through, if that black was see-through, we would call that transparent. I think you might have heard that word before, transparent. If something's transparent, you can see through it. This is opaque because we can't see through. I'm not even worried about staying in the lines, to be honest. A little bit more paint. I'd rather run out and have to add a little bit more to my palette than be wasteful and throw paint away. You might be a neater artist than me, like tidier, and want to stay in the lines, but that's not for me. That's not for me. So black is going to be the first color that I try. I am going to let this dry before I do my metallic top coat. Right now I'm doing a base coat. If I were going to paint my nails, which my nails are painted, I did a base coat of black, and then my top coat is clear. Okay, that's how I paint my nails. So it's like step 1 and step 2. Same idea is going to go on with our sculpture. So our step 1 is going to be our base coat or our base color, and then our top coat will be the metallic. And I'm going to make a color. Actually, I'm going to make 2 colors. Oh, yeah, because I do what I want. These are going to be my next rows. I'll rinse my brush out in my little water cup. I have a little paper towel, a little napkin here. I think that's probably good enough. All right, so let's do this one next. I'm going to test out a shade of green. Now, if I end up liking this, I will make a custom color. Or I could just use a standard color that's already in a bottle. I could use a red that already exists or a yellow that already exists. Or you could create a custom color for your sculpture. Ooh, that's nice. I also want to sample this across the top too, so I know what the color looks like. The nice thing about acrylic paint is it dries very fast. So we should be able to do our top coat metallic in a little bit. All right, let's see what my next color is. I'm going to make a turquoisey teal. Dry my brush off, make my color. Yeah, it's a nice color. And I want to sample a little section up here at the top. Move this over so you can see it. All right, so this is part 1, drawing this 3x3 grid or square, rectangular, whatever you want to call it, sample. and also painting your base color or your base coat, which is step 1. Okay. I am going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and show you the metallics. The metallics are going to be our top coat. So let me just, there we are, wash my brush. All right, so there we are. So I'm going to let this dry and come back. I will see you in a bit.